So originally I was going to make a video of just me and my friends doing this new boss for the first time, and I wasn't expecting to beat it on the first try or anything, but maybe within the first few attempts. But yeah, what they did to this boss is simultaneously super cool and makes me want to jump in front of a semi-truck. But hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to more Elden Ring Night Rain. So before I get into this, Everdark Caligo was the previous Everdark that was out, and I didn't make a video on it, which I kind of regret, but at the same time, it's not like I've made a video on every single one. Now that being said, the other one that I didn't make a video on is Adele. At least I don't think I did, but yeah, I guess if I want to, just at any point while this is out, I can also do this. So, but we're not here for that. We're here for this right here, the Equilibrious Beast Everdark Sovereign. And yeah, this is, this is one of the ones everybody was super excited about, when the whole Everdark system was first put into the game, because Libra is one of the most beloved bosses in this game for good reason. I think Libra, Holster, and Fulgor, just generally speaking, are like the best bosses in this game. So, and Caligo is good for like a dragon boss because, yeah, I feel like the only really like not great bosses in this game are Augur and Sentient Pest, and I feel like I'm in the minority. I actually like Everdark Augur a lot. Normal Augur is like whatever, it's not super hard actually, but in the Sentient Pest, I think Sentient Pest is actually the only bad boss in this game, whether we're talking about the normal version or the Everdark one, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to put this out here before I get into this. I do not plan on beating the boss in this video. Usually when I post a video, I like to post a video of me beating the boss, but yet you might see momentarily within however long it takes me to get there why this boss is not the easiest in the world, and not in like a fun way. So, but we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this and just help support the channel, then leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated. It's been a while since I played Night Rain. I think the last video I made was for Everdark Augur. But yeah, we're just here with Executor with the triple status build. I feel like this is probably more effective than me playing as a Wilder, because just having triple status is super useful, not only in the expedition but also just generally in the boss fights as well, whether they be night bosses or the Night Lord or whatever. But yeah, if you've fought in Everdark Libra, then what do you think about it? Because I have some opinions that I will get into. Probably go down here, and depending on what this is, I'll do it. But I want to go to this church actually. But yeah, I believe the Battlefield 6 beta is actually coming back. It's currently about to be midnight as of this recording, so I think the Battlefield 6 beta actually comes back at 1 a.m. like it did when it originally came out. So yeah, that'll be fun to jump back into a little bit. I believe there's going to be the New York map, and a rush is being added into the game, and a whole bunch of beta challenges for like unlocks and stuff. So that'll be super neat. Speaking of which, I'm gonna put this up on the screen. This is a PC build that I threw together. I just want to gauge sort of opinions on it, because like I've done a little bit of research into like what parts should go together making a PC and everything, but I'm not like super technically inclined. Where's the boss in this area? Oh, it's the lion. Okay, here we go. And if I die, it's because I'm trying to talk and play the game at the same time. It is not my fault. Okay. Okay, but I have a general understanding of what I want to go into that computer, but except for the motherboard. Obviously, if you go on the website like PC Part Picker, it should generally be able to tell you if like the parts are compatible and they fit together and whatever. So that's not exactly what I'm worried about. It's just more so like with a motherboard, I don't know what things matter about its like specifications, if anything at all. Why do random soldier enemies have hyper armor on any of their attacks? It literally makes no sense. I had a pretty decent run on this Everdark where I accidentally queued for matchmaking, which I have a weird habit of doing, but yeah, I had a decent run where I got the horned great axe or whatever it's called. I don't actually remember, but you can basically debuff the enemy twice with its ability and its basic attack. And yeah, that was super good, but that was sadly not enough to get me a victory. I had that attempt recorded, but we didn't win, so I just deleted it because it's not really whatever. But yeah, after this, it's going to be Tricephalos, and then they haven't outright confirmed whether or not they're going to do one, but I mean, everybody's hoping that there's going to be a holster Everdark in the game. What the fuck? Okay. I feel like Elden Ring and Night Rain by extension, like there are so many things that are designed to be like functionally annoying on purpose. Like attacks are just slow enough that you'll get caught out trying to heal even though you waited for an enemy recovery, or like moves will miss if you charge them or whatever. It's so annoying. And we're not going to talk about just intentionally shit enemy design like the Troll Castle and Bell-Bearing Hunter having a bazillion health for literally no reason. I'm a Souls fan. How could you tell? Is it that constant complaining about a game that I'm going to play anyways? Maybe. Just might be it. But if they don't do an Everdark holster, because again, they've never, like in all the lists about, every single time they bring up all the ones that they're doing, they've never actually mentioned holster by name. So oh my god, stance broke the lion in midair. Okay, that's funny. Over here, grab this. But yeah, there's also like, I don't know if these are like how confirmable these leaks are or these rumors, because like I know in the Call of Duty community online, you know, if something gets leaked about it, it's like true 99% of the time. But I'm not really sure how true that is with like FromSoft games or Night Rain specifically, unless, you know, things are data mined, which that's different. But I need to go to a mine really quick and actually upgrade my weapon. Can I sneak a key grab in here really quick? This would be less concerning if the enemies also weren't just super juiced for no reason. Grab that, and I'm out of here. But yeah, there are rumors going around how they're going to add like an endless mode to this game, which would be super cool. Although I feel like this game's biggest issue still, every single time I make a video and play this game, I mention it, but this game not having actual randomization like at all. How there are only a set amount of seeds, which makes no sense. Why isn't there like an infinite amount of seeds? And also how there's none of the Shadow of the Erdtree content in this game, like period. But on one hand, I feel like I'm asking for too much considering this game was only priced at $40, which, like I mentioned, like even when this game came out, it's like for what we get here, that's like super fair. But I don't know, it's just I feel like there are so many opportunities that this game could have taken that they just didn't. Also, this is something that I had never really heard anybody talk about, but like the lack of sort of unique boss weapons. I know the relics sort of fulfill that purpose because they have to be usable across like all the characters, but yeah, I don't know, it's like, imagine I like fantasizing about like what potential boss weapons or spells or equipment could be if this were like a regular Souls game. And it just kind of takes away that sort of excitement of defeating a boss, one, overcoming the challenge, which is like a part of Souls games just naturally, but also seeing what cool rewards you get from it, because yeah, 9 times out of 10, at least for the relics in this game, like they're most of the time they're not super good. And I feel like for the Everdarks especially, a lot of them are just worse versions of their original ones. Libra also included in that, but I totally didn't go oh, hello Magmorm. I'm just gonna run by you real quick. Oh, bug. I don't know what, I'm assuming it's probably holy damage. I was going to say what elemental affinity does Libra's attacks do, but he probably does like physical and holy with his magic, because even though Frenzy for the player is fire damage, even though it sounds like lightning, I think the magic that Libra does is actually holy. I would love to be wrong though, and this Flame Drake Talisman that I just picked up would be super useful, but I very sincerely doubt it will be. And if I could buy a blue stone from inside here really quick, that would be super useful. I need to find where Shopkeeper is. That's not the Shopkeeper, that's 2 Banished Knights that I don't want to fucking do anything with. Here we are. Come over here. Oh, I need to buy that one in Grace as well, but buy you first. Replace you and come over here and do that. I feel like it's sort of like this build for Executor is super good just because triple status is obviously super good. That's not something you can do in like any regular Souls game, but I feel like with this build being super good, this is like sort of de-incentivizes you being able to pick up any weapon at all. And maybe like Eleanor's Pole Blade or Rivers of Blood, obviously like the maybe the bleed stat is higher on this than like your regular base katana, but it's also weird that Arcane doesn't level up when you level up in this game, but maybe it would be too broken if they let you do that. Speaking of Call of Duty, I mentioned it earlier, of course, leaks as well. There have been a ton of things leaking about Black Ops 7 and Black Ops 6 especially, so let me talk about that really quick. So it's still like, this was been a rumor since even before Black Ops 6 came out, but it was rumored that there was going to be like a classic mode for zombies where, you know, you only spawn in with like a pistol and there was a 4 perk limit, and the point system was the old way where you get points for hitting zombies with every bullet instead of just kills. I love triple status. Thank you, triple status. What is, oh yeah, it's O'Neal. I was like, who is this again? And since it's night 1, he shouldn't summon the night dudes. Okay, yeah, he doesn't. Good. Now, these are ghosts, so I can't status them, which is unfortunate. Yeah, just spam more projectiles, why don't you? That's super fun and engaging game design. But yeah, it's rumored that that mode for BO6 is still being worked on, and that it might be added either in Season 6 or Season 5 Reloaded. I don't know if there's going to be Season 6 still. I feel like there usually is, but I'm just going to ult, I don't care. Alright, he's 1 hit. There we go. I don't know if you get souls for killing the ads in the boss fight. You do for most bosses that have ads, but see, this would be neat, but I don't think deflecting with Executor counts as pairing because it's deflecting. But yeah, that's the rumor for that it might be coming in Season 6 or Season 5 Reloaded as maybe part of the super Easter egg reward, because currently I don't think there is a reward for completing all the Easter eggs, which is odd because even Cold War had that, although I don't know when that got added. Where do I want to go now? Do I have an Everdark key? I do. Okay, we can come over here and do this, and then I should probably come over here and grab that. Actually, I want at least 7 flasks going into the boss fight, and I think the max you can get in a game is 8, so being one short isn't all that bad. But yeah, a ton of things for BO7 have also been leaking. So, you know, they've been starting the marketing campaign for that. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot less, people are a lot less into it with, you know, how the truth lies marketing basically had nothing to do with the, okay. I love overfarming. I love attacks that miss for no reason. I love it. It feels like 90% of the attacks in this game are made to just waste your time. I don't remember. I need to play Elden Ring again just to like double check, but I feel like the enemies in this game do a lot more of their annoying attacks than they normally do in regular Elden Ring. Okay. Well, that was my fault. There you go. Back shots. I forgot how fun playing as Executor was, because I mostly play as Waller just because he's easy. There you go. That took way longer than it should have, but I mean, I'm using katanas. I can't exactly stagger things super easily. That, where do I want to go? What was over here? It was a magma room, right? Oh, wait, I wanted to go this way. That's right. But yeah, BO7, before I lose my train of thought again. Yeah, it's rumored that this is like the biggest thing to me personally, is that the game is rumored to not have tac sprint in it. So Battlefield 6 not having tac sprint and Black Ops 7 not having tac sprint is like, it's very interesting because I feel like it was a thing that people were super into, especially if you liked movement a lot. But I don't hate tac sprint. It just feels like something that is like going to destroy your controller, and it's not super difficult on PC because it's just a keyboard, you just press a button. But yeah, it was straining on the fingers to do constantly. But that's a rumor going around. It's also rumored, this is like a small thing that I don't really care about, but I'll mention it, is that it's rumored that there's not gonna be doors in the game, which some people are really like passionate, quote unquote, about doors in Call of Duty multiplayer, but I don't give a shit. And this just came out recently, so I don't know how true it is, but you know, like I said, things that leak about Call of Duty tend to be true. It's rumored that the specialist system from like BO3 and BO4 is coming back, and I think the examples given were like things like active camo and a grappling hook. I don't know if anything crazy like the gravity spike or I forget what it's called, but the Spectre's blade that lets you like commando lunge towards people. I don't know if that's coming back, but there are only a few examples given. So yeah, if that is the case, then that would be really interesting. I think it was also like field upgrades are still going to be in the game, so I'll be interested to see how they do that. That's a Death Star bird. I'm not fucking with you at all. I think I'm just gonna go castle. And I fell. Nope. 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 I refuse. Hello, Crab. But yeah, I think this is the first video I've made since Reckoning came out. That was not my first attempt video. So yeah, speaking of which, and zombies and everything, yeah, that ending is definitely one of the endings of all time. That's for sure. Spoilers for the Reckoning Easter egg incoming. So if you care about the zombie story, which I feel like anybody watching this video probably wouldn't, but on the odd chance that you do, and you're part of that cross section of players like I am, then yeah, the Easter egg ending, among other things, they literally fucking show it. Yeah, the old Zombies crew premise, although it doesn't seem to exactly be them because they're like, their designs are different, but it is Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo are returning into the story, and I'm not really sure. Also, what castle is this? If this is Trolls, I'm gonna cry. Okay, good, it's not. I've been blessed by the Omnissiah. Probably want to do top boss before I run out of time, but and by that Wedding Grace, which I'm going to do right now. But yeah, those characters return alongside the current crew that we have, the Requiem crew. Yeah, so you finish the Easter egg, and then you get teleported back into the lobby of Janus Towers, and then they sort of just walk out from behind a corner. And like, there have been things like in the game that have been sort of teasing that, besides obviously the leak where that just straight up told us that they were going to come back. And I don't hate the idea of them coming back if they can explain it, although it does kind of fuck with the ending of Black Ops 4. And everything, but I mean, if they can explain it in a way that makes sense, then I don't really care. Although I'm curious what they're gonna do about the voice actors, considering I don't think Takeo's voice actor can really speak anymore. But yeah, it's kind of just happens with like no fanfare or build up at all if you're just someone who's paying attention to the main quests in BO6. But that's not my biggest problem, even though it does seem sort of like unceremonious when it happens. But the map does feature 2 endings where you can choose who you want to help, which is super cool. It's been a while since they've done that, since like Black Ops 2, but well, these are both awful. Okay, well, I love, that's another thing this game does, where it just like, you get hit by one attack and you're guaranteed to get hit by multiple other attacks, even though the other attack takes so long to come out that you shouldn't be hit by it, but you still are because the game said you should. And I still don't have enough souls to level up. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. I mean, level 12 is fine. It's the soft cat, but I mean, I would like to at least be level like 14. But yeah, one, we don't know what ending is going to be canon for Black Ops 7 zombies. Oh, hello. I can get rid of you quickly. I love ore farming. There you go. Yeah, that was super easy. And I can level up. Level 13. I can speak English, I promise. Level 13. Yeah, you can help Richtofen or Maxis, or I shouldn't say Maxis, Richtofen or the Sam AI. And they reveal in the map at the beginning, basically, that at the end of Cold War, like, if you're not like if you're not a Call of Duty Zombies nerd, especially a like post-Cold War Zombies nerd, then this doesn't fucking matter to you. But if you've seen the ending of Cold War in the Forsaken map, basically Samantha sacrifices herself and seals herself in the Dark Ether with the Forsaken so that the Forsaken doesn't fucking kill everybody. And the whole point of BO6 was basically us going on a sort of revenge trip for Richtofen because he locked everybody up in Terminus, but then also trying to get Maxis out of the Dark Ether some way. And, you know, we eventually find the potential means to do so in BO6. And the story, you know, up until Shattered Veil, basically find out that it might be possible to get Maxis out of the Dark Ether with the Sentinel artifact. And shit, Strafe Tech? Can you bleed a Crucible Knight? I don't think you can. Wow. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I love Sekiro. We got a good boss for Night 2, actually. Okay, I say that as I'm getting fucking walled by this wild animal. But yeah, we find out at the beginning of Forsaken that basically when Maxis sacrificed herself at the end of Forsaken and sealed herself away, that there's a... Where are you going? There's a small amount of time where it might have been possible to save Maxis, but at the point where we find her at the end of BO6 Zombies, basically the Forsaken wore her down completely and devoured her. And yeah, the entire time, the Sam AI has been lying to us about being able to save her so that she could get her own body. Oh, I did not mean to get grabbed by that. I thought it was farther away. All right, well, I'm going to pop this. Unleash the beast inside. Probably stamina. Where was I going with this? Okay, no double loss. Ooh, I can get level 14. Awesome. But so if you choose to help Richtofen at the end of the Easter egg and you defeat the Sam AI, basically all traces of Samantha, whether it's the AI or her person, are gone from the story, which is like, I'm fine with like tragic endings where things don't exactly work out the way that they're supposed to. I'm fine with that. One, if they're well written, but two, but this specifically, if you know anything about Black Ops 6, you know about all the voice actor shit and the writer strikes that have been affecting the game. And I don't want to be, because this hasn't been confirmed one way or the other, but I don't want it to come out that, oh, I'm glad I have enough money to buy this, that the reason they potentially wrote Maxis out of the story, again, we don't know if that's true or not because BO7 hasn't happened yet, but I don't want it to come out that the reason they wrote Maxis out of the story is because, you know, Julie Nathanson, the former voice actress for Maxis, went on strike with a bunch of other people, and instead of just hiring another actress, which they did for the AI character, but it would suck if they wrote her out of the story specifically so that they didn't have to worry about, you know, casting her one way or the other, whether trying to bring her back or recast somebody else. Which, not saying that now, what I just brought up, it kind of wouldn't make sense if they did that, because again, they could just recast her if they really needed to. Although they didn't recast Richtofen. He's still Nolan North, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But yeah, I'm on the copium train. I'm super negative about the ending overall for The Reckoning, but yeah, if one thing I am holding out hope for is that they didn't completely write her out of the story, because that would be super lame. And again, I'm 100% down for tragedies in my story, but again, I don't want it to be a victim of circumstance and they had to write the story that way. And you know, there's a difference between that and writing the story intentionally that way from the get-go. And also, before I get into this, and probably this horribly, it is also rumored that it's going to be like a small bonus map for BO6. Again, these are all rumors along with like the classic mode and everything, so you know, take everything I've said about anything here with a grain of salt. But yeah, let's get into this boss of all time. He's probably not gonna have anything good that I want. Hold death at bay. I forget what you have to give up to get this. It might not even be worth it. Resistance to ailments. I believe this is it. Just I don't remember what the downside for this is. I don't think it's that crazy, so I think I might actually take this. Yeah, let's grab that. All right, I'm level 14. Look how small my health bar is. Raider and Wilder would never. But yeah, like I mentioned, Libra, probably one of the most loved bosses, and for some, it's a lot of people's favorite. And wow, I already got him to go to his new phase. Also, yeah, he starts his new phase at like 80% health. which is odd. A demon preaches madness. So basically, in addition to the NPC that you saw him summon here, he also has a bunch of random effects that he'll put on you during the fight, which some of them seem to be like, some of them are interesting. And overall, I think the concept for this fight is really cool. Although the biggest thing that kills this for me is definitely the inclusion of NPCs. Because, like, this has been a thing since at least probably DS3, but especially in Elden Ring. The amount of input reading horseshit that not only just enemies in this game do, but especially NPCs. And every single attack he's doing is faster than anything I can do. Okay. Look at the input reading. Also, first, he's getting... I don't know how this works at all, but he's getting buffs and he can also get healed. And I lost the level because the buff that he put on me makes it so you lose a level if you drink an Estus. Okay. Yeah, this fight is not good at all. Also, I should turn on the music because I'm not paying attention. Okay, well, I have 2 more reses, so whatever. It's not fine. Actually, this fight sucks, but... Why did I try to do a backstab there? Also, yeah, I lost that level and it's just gone. You can't get it back, so that's fun and balanced. I apologize for not having the music on there for a minute. I totally forgot because I was rambling. Okay, the camera made me roll back into that, even though I intentionally rolled out of it. Okay, love to see it. Hello. Now there's 2 of them. So I think this depends on what deal he makes in the middle of the fight. But yeah, there's one that says he incites a riot, and I believe that means all the NPCs will fight each other. And because I'm playing in solo, he had to summon an extra NPC beforehand, and I got staggered by the NPC and then hit by that laser that I was dodging out of. And I'm not really sure what the strat is here. Like, should you ignore the NPCs or should you kill them? I believe if you kill them, they drop like a big, like a stone that heals you and also cures status. So maybe you should be killing them, but it's like, why aren't the NPCs attacking each other? That's why there's multiple in solo right now, is because they're supposed to be attacking each other. Like all the input reading. Oh my, it's so not fun. And I love the pity heal you get for picking up a stone in this fight. It's very cool. Also, that like crystal burst turret thing that he summons, I don't know why they bother making it, like why they bother animating it like it's a bunch of projectiles when one of them can hit you and it'll still take away like half your health. Also, I feel like I got kind of unlucky with the gear these guys rolled with, because they can roll with gear that's different, but I don't know how common it is or how many different types of gear they can have. But yeah, these guys with the fucking poison pots, I also just do damage regardless of whether or not it actually hits you. It's very not fun. And why are they attacking me? If there's multiple NPC... This fight is so bad. They did Libra so dirty in this fight, and I have no healing already. Okay, cool. I don't know what this does. Okay. I also feel like those lasers come up way faster out of the ground than they normally do in his regular fight. Hey, can you guys just fight each other and leave me the fuck alone, please? Okay, that was not supposed to hit me. Like, why does poison do damage? It's supposed to poison you. That's where it gets its damage from. Why does it do damage regardless of whether or not you're actually poisoned? I forgot I have no healing. Yeah, this fight is bad. I'd be surprised if anybody actually liked this fight. Again, I love the concept of him giving you random deals throughout the fight, but like turning Libra into an NPC gang fight, it's not even like against like enemies. It's like NPCs that also get super buffed for no reason. Like, look how many buffs this guy has. I also don't know what half of these do because it's not explained. Like, there's the constant input reading, dodging. Like, look at that. Oh my god, this fight is so bad. Okay, well, yeah, there goes all my revives. I got him to half health. Also, I'm complaining a lot. This is like not a complaint. This is just like, I don't really get it. Why does he go into his new phase at like 80% health? I feel like this would be less annoying if you didn't spend the entire fight in this new phase, which is not what you would probably want to hear about an Everdark boss coming out. But yeah, this boss is kind of not good. In fact, I would rather fight any other boss except for maybe Sentient Pest. But even then, Sentient Pest is annoying, but it's not an NPC gang fight. I don't know what they were thinking with this. This is actually not good. So far for me, that's 2 two stinkers in the Everdark list. You know, people have thoughts about Augur. I think Augur is cool. It's not super hard, but yeah, this fight is probably... Do I hate it more than Everdark Sentient Pest? I just hate Sentient Pest in general. I think what my final thoughts on this new Everdark is Sentient Pest is a shit boss, and its Everdark doesn't make it any worse or better. To me, it's still a shit boss, but this Everdark makes a really good boss worse, which I think is even like, it takes Libra from a generally good boss and one of the best bosses in the game to like an actual bad boss, because you spend most of your time fighting NPCs, which fighting NPCs has never been engaging in a Souls game, period, especially later in the games when they start adding shit tons of input reading and all that. But yeah, I did not think they would generally make a good boss a bad boss. But you know, I was gonna say at least the saving grace of this, not saving grace, silver lining I should say, is that at least the NPCs don't heal. But I forgot the NPCs will randomly heal for no reason. I'm not really sure why they get to heal when they're infinitely summoned and they could summon multiple NPCs at a single time. But yeah, Everdark Gladius is gonna be good, guys, right? And then they're totally gonna have an Everdark holster, even though they haven't said a single thing about it. It'd totally be real, right? And good. But yeah, I would like to get a successful run in on this just so I can buy the relic, but I don't even like doing this fight is just not fun at all, at least for Augur and for Sentient Pest, despite how much people don't like those fights and how much I don't like Sentient Pest. At the very least, you're fighting the boss. Like if he summoned enemies, that would be one thing, but you're literally just fighting player characters that do tons of input reading, and it's just, I don't know why they did this. But yeah, for whatever reason you enjoyed that shit show of a Libra run, and leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel would be very much appreciated. Also, I wanted to thank everybody for the support shown on the last Battlefield video. Again, I'm gonna put this on the screen just so people can look at it in case they missed it at the beginning. But yeah, this is the potential PC upgrade that I'm going to do. Although things like the power supply and the case and the Windows key are probably not gonna matter, because I'm probably just gonna reuse the case and the power supply in my current computer and just replace everything else. So yeah, I'll probably, once I have some things sorted out, I'll probably be able to just slowly buy those components over the course of a few months, because yeah, Battlefield 6, it really makes me want to like get new hardware. But that's enough rambling. Anyways, later. Straight away, go my way, let the nonchalant be commandant to themselves, but we're taking over.